Alright guys, Forsaken just got into more problems again. A huge account got exposed, a wild Noli skin situation, and a lot more to talk about. I'm also uploading the full versions of these videos on Spotify, so if you want to watch or listen there instead, they're already up. Now, let's get into what happened. So there is a massive Twitter account focused on giving out Forsaken news, which even has its own skin in Forsaken called Paperpull. The account is run by someone known as Solar. Recently, a very sensitive topic came up involving the K1 inverse, which was created by This led to their skin being added to the game a few updates ago, but it was later removed after drama started due to controversy surrounding both creators, Gino and Shackles. Following this, there were many instances of doxing and harassment directed at Gino, which eventually escalated into a serious situation involving an attempted. More recently, shippers reportedly began doxing Gino again in an attempt to track down an image he had sent, and Gino's Discord account was hacked. After all of this, a Google Doc surfaced with extremely poor censoring, arguing about what Gino did and seemingly posted from a burner account with the intent to dox him further and claimed that the was fake. From what people have said, it was a terrible document that mainly attacked Gino at one of the worst possible times, seemingly to bring him down even more. This situation then led to a quote tweet from Solar that appeared to laugh at the Google Doc being released. Solar later apologized for the tweet, stating that they weren't asking for forgiveness, but instead explaining why they tweeted it in the first place. They deleted the tweet after contacting Shackles and realizing it was disrespectful, acknowledging that they were in the wrong. Solar also said they were taking time off and recognized that, given the size of their platform, they should have put much more thought into what they posted. After this, expressed hope that Solar would do better moving forward and not repeat the same mistakes seen with some Forsaken developers, instead staying true to their word. While Solar didn't do anything as severe as others, the post was still seen by many as disrespectful, especially given the seriousness of the situation. However, Solar and Shackles are now on good terms. So there was this viral post that someone made who doesn't even play Forsaken, and it was about them making a Jeffrey Epstein skin for Noli. Many people started making fun of it, saying it was a skin based on every Forsaken dev and joking that fans don't want skins based on devs. Some thought this slander was so good that it was the best slander ever said. However, a lot of people found it completely unfunny and said it shouldn't be comparing the game to someone who did extremely terrible things. They argued that people should be more sensitive with posts like this, since it's an overused and genuinely bad joke. Others went on to say that Forsaken haters are worse than the actual fans, while some responded by saying people are just being sensitive for finding it unfunny. So is this really people being sensitive, or is the joke just unfunny? There was a scrapped map for a Forsaken X Void Cult collab called Battlefield. The Void Cult is a group based on the popular Noli myth and is an OG about worshipping Noli. It's not a real cult, just roleplay. The map mainly got scrapped because the devs couldn't find a way to fit it into future updates, since there's already a backlog of other maps and a roadmap Saturn and their team have set. With everything going on, plus other collabs, the map had to be cut. Balancing issues were another big reason it wasn't released. One good suggestion was to include it in the private server map selection, but the Void Cult dev said it still wasn't balanced and wouldn't play well. Although, let's be real, most private server stuff isn't exactly balanced anyway. A lot of people pointed out that the map seemed way too big and would ruin the scare factor, turning the whole match into a walking simulator. But the dev replied that the map was actually the same size as Yurik's, it just hadn't been adjusted or balanced yet, which is why it feels massive. People are frustrated that it got scrapped, since it would have been a cool addition, especially with Void Cult skins already in the game. There's a common complaint that the Forsaken team always scraps really good ideas that could have been added. From the YouTube showcase of the map, it's been confirmed that Battlefield has now been repurposed. As of now, you can actually explore it, since it's been released as its own game. Did this map deserve to get scrapped? So Builderman is getting a redesign for his milestone skins. We now have images of the milestone for redesign, making him look more like an engineer. It still resembles his old Builderman skin, but this time it removes the hoodie and replaces it with an actual safety vest, which works perfectly for him. He also no longer carries random items on his back. This was previously leaked during the Slasher update before the shutdown, but now we have a clearer image of what the skin looked like. It's crazy how most of these skins were close to being completed before the shutdown. However, there has been some backlash, with people saying the image quality is trash and that Builderman is the most boring survivor in the game. Others criticize the skin for looking ugly, though that might just be due to the poor quality of the image. Groovy, the designer of the skin, has since said they will redo it and change some things, so hopefully we'll see a revamped version of it soon. What other milestone skins do you think need a redesign?
Sensational.
There was a big post about getting into Forsaken early on and how it's terrible now. Some were reminiscing about the pre-alpha testing in November. Only the 2020 for gens will remember that era. Back then, the game was considered great, but now people are saying it's basically Dandy's World 2, only worse. Many claim the game isn't fun anymore, and that there are more reasons not to play than to stay. There were also comparisons made between how Brew shippers, Dark shippers, and other bad parts of the Dandy's World community behave, but it's guaranteed that Forsaken has it 5 times worse. Others mentioned how they prefer the old fandom, since Forsaken really blew up in popularity between December and January. Some players questioned whether Hitoko has put the game through an identity crisis, but others believe Forsaken is finally returning to its horror roots with creepier milestone skins and darker updates. A few mentioned that the only good thing about the legacy version was the lobby music, since everything else, including balancing, was a mess. Anik, an artist, was doing a silly challenge on Twitter with different Roblox characters going against each other in a poll. Basically a bunch of popular characters among the fandom. This wasn't supposed to be serious, just something fun. But it seems a lot of people took this competition way too seriously, which led to Anik receiving 3 threats in D-Miz. Either because someone's favorite character wasn't winning or because their character wasn't included at all. People are disgusted by the fact that these were sent to Anik over blocky Legos, and that anyone would send threats just as an excuse to talk badly about others. Anik canceled the tournament since some people were being complete a-holes. This has led to him taking a week off, understandably so. I'm not sure if this was rage bait or if one of the actual people behind the threats sent them directly to Anik, but either way, it's extremely disgusting. And this should never be a joke. Sending threats to someone you don't even know is completely out of order. A lot of people are upset at those who ruined this fun competition by taking things way too far and killing the enjoyment for everyone. People took it way too seriously when all Anik wanted was to create something fun for the community. Some weirdos took it too far and too seriously when it was supposed to just bring people together for fun. So these situations really need to be addressed. Do you think this could seriously affect Forsaken moving forward? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsakening it.